and listen good. Idowu Ojo should resign. Is not capable, for it is not in his ability nor capability to stop our petition from reaching the chairman of AU, because it was not in his end or her end to not to present that case, that petition to the chairman. But this thing has come to play, that political hatred which they have against the Igbos, because the petition was based on Biafra to AU, and as a result of that, Idowu decided not to forward it. He ended with it, and which Simon Ekpa was like, he is not competent. Of a truth, is not, because it wasn't in his end not to submit that, because he's not the one that have the final say or to decide or to preside over that petition. So he doesn't have the right to trash it. Are you getting it? So either he resign or he face the consequences. He must be sued or he resign, because he's incompetent. It's not qualified. He did not merit to be there. So this is the point that Simon Ekpa is trying to prove, not just to you and I, but to AU and to other African nations and to the world. That hatred doesn't supposed to play. It doesn't supposed to play in AU as organization. It doesn't supposed to play in ECOWAS as organization. It is something that everybody, they must give an audience to everybody, hearing, listening ears to everybody. But now they are causing segregation, and as a result of that impunity in them, that makes people like Senegal, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali decided to separate themselves from anything called African unity and the ECOWAS, which Tinubu, Mr. Punishment, has to be their head, their leader. Are you getting it? So them doesn't want to continue in that kind of leadership. They hate it because it's a leadership of impunity. Impunity, how do I mean? Sin. They see through to the turn it upside down. They see the right thing to do, that we bend it not to do it. Are you hearing me? So that is why that man, Idowu, don't suppose this, because he's not qualified. He need to resign. You should look for a capable hand, please.
So, do you think it's doing because of he's a Yoruba person and he sees he knows like how far the Igbos and the Biafra
like I said, the hatred, don't you hear my statement?
Yeah.
I use the word hatred which somebody like him had against the Biafra, which is the Igbos. And he knew very, very well that the petition was based on the Biafra issue. So on that note, he doesn't want to forward it. So he should resign. He should resign. Because he's not in his position to do that. The people that have rights to trash it, it's not just only the chairman. It should be a collective effort. Because chairman will present it in the house. There will be a meeting. There will be a kind of vote based on that petition, audience, ideas, whether there is a merit on it or not. But whereby this is not checkmate, that means there is something is fishing somewhere, and that is what has come to play. And I believe that Idowu has seen it that it may go in the favor of Biafra. Are you getting it? That is why he trashed it. He did not allow it to go to the chairman. And on that note, I still stand to repeat again. Let Idowu resign. Quit that office. Is incompetent.
But if it's incompetent, do you think, even though it didn't block, you know, the letter, but do you think AU would have not seen, you know, supported or declared, you know, Biafra? So what's the point? That's
whether AU support or not, let it get to their table first. And let me tell you, reaching their table is not going to be Nigeria affair. It is going to comprise Africans from different countries and different ideas with different reasons, which I believe people like Senegal too will be there. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
People like Niger will be there. People like Burkina Faso, Togo, and the rest, Mali, and other. Go to South Africa too, and like Congo, Ghana. What is their name? Mauritius and other nations will be there. So ideas will be shared. It's not going to be Nigeria affair. So definitely that is why I say there is every tendency of it playing to the favor of the Biafra. And that was what Mr. Idowu is scared of. That is why he blocked it. But that, with that stupid and nonsenstic attitude and action which he has played, he and his action will not stop Biafra from coming.
Okay. But lastly, do you think that Ekpa's council can win this with him?
You say what?
Do you think Ekpa council, Samuel Ekpa council, do you think he can win this legal battle that he wants to start with, you know, Idowu?
Hello, let me tell you. Like I said, it's not going to be Nigerian issue where you bribe a judiciary and they will turn matter upside and they don't stand on the truth. Are you getting it? We are talking about ICC, International Criminal Court. Are you getting it? And when you want to judge it, it will be a case outside Nigeria. It will be a case that comprises many Africans. Are you getting it? With different wisdom and different knowledge and different wishes and understanding. Which many of them that have their freedom today, they know what it means to fight for freedom. Which many of them, though they have not actually come out, some have not actually come out to declare their support. But from there, you will know that yes, there are people who love the truth and who want to stand on nothing but the truth. That even with your bribe, they will not take it. That their conscience will not allow them to do what? To take it. So they rather prefer to follow the truth and act on it. So Simon Ekpa stand 80% chance of winning. Of winning. 80% of winning. I think they say Biafra is dead. Why are they still panicking? Look at the Tuesday, what happened? The whole world will stand still. The whole world stands still. Nigeria stood still. What is it called? What are they called? The Fulanis, Arewas, Awosas, the Yorubas, the Eastern enemies, call themselves the Eastern politicians. They were silent on Tuesday. And they found themselves in the state of coma of confusion on Tuesday. And that is what has come to play. And that is what we continue to play. See Biafra, see the Igbos.
Igbos are the most ancient people on the continent of Africa. Ancient. Ancient. You don't use old. We are not old.
We are ancient.
Ancient is more than old. Ancient is when you're talking about 1150s centuries, 1200 centuries, 10th century, 990 AD. Jesus Christ's death was just 90 years, 90 AD. So he's talking from the perception that whereby the Queres, the Eshes, the Igbo Chas, the Kalabari, the Okrekas, even the Jaws and the Opobos are trying to alienate themselves. That is, I mean, distancing themselves from the Igbos. They are not Igbo. That was around that kind, let me say, 70s, 80s. If you have any issue with them, they will treat you as if you are, you know, not their brother. So what Oba is saying is to tell you that those people are typical Igbos. The Igbos in culture and tradition, the Igbos in religion, in history, they are the ancient Igbos. What the man is trying to say is that Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi still remain the ancestral states from where these Ikweres, Igbo Chas, Abo, Igbo Akri, those are Akele or Akri in Benin. Those Igbo Benis, then all the Igbos, Urobo, all of them in Delta State, Bayelsa State, River State, where they came from. He's talking about the ancestry of their own, you know, of these people, these Igbos. And if you look at the behavior of the Urobos, the Jaws, the Ekpa, in general, when I say Ekpa, I mean Abo, Umunede, Manamo, Ahaba, which is Asaba. Ahaba is from Abia State. Then Ibuzo is from Isu and Neocha, Achala, in Anambra State. If you look at their character sometimes, these people don't own it up. They are Eri's sons. That Eri was the one that gave birth to all of them. But you can see the Oba of Benin has come out to tell you that these people are more Igbo than myself from Anambra State, meaning that the first Oba of Benin was Iweka. They turned it to Eweka. Which one be Eweka? What kind of pronunciation is that? Eweke is Iweka. As time graduates, as time, you know, goes on, they begin to modify pronunciation. They begin to modify alphabets. That Eweka is Iweka. In Igbo spelling, Iweke. That is Ka in Igbo alphabet, which is you have Upper Iweka in Onitsha. So Benin and Onitsha, they have common ancestral background. Then they have Onitsha in Delta, which is Onitsha Ugbo. Onitsha in the farmland that came across, you know, River Niger, that's across the Niger, and settled at Obosi land. Obosi is the owner of the Onitsha area. The land that Onitsha people are settled today belongs to Obosi in Anambra State. So Oba has gone a long way to at least educate Nigerian Fulani, Hausa and Yoruba, that they are the Igbos, the Yorubas and the Bini. Their relationship is not that far. Because if you ask Oni of Ife would have told you, educated you on that, that the Igbos are the most ancient people on the continent of Africa. Ranging ancient, you don't use old. We are not old. We are more than old. Ancient is more than old. Ancient is when you're talking about 1150s centuries, 1200 centuries, 10th century, 90 AD. Jesus Christ's death was just 90 years, 90 AD. But when you are talking about ancient people and the Romans before Jesus, the Jews before Jesus, they gave birth to Jesus. The Carthaginians, that is the northern original people of Northern African region. They are the Carthaginians. So these are the ancient people. The Igbos are the ancient people. Benin Kingdom is of old, but owned by the Igbos. The Igbos. The Igbos. The Oromio people invaded Benin Kingdom, and they saw some people. So they came, the Oromio them. Then after the war, the Igbo Akri still remain today in Edo. Yes, Igbo Akele, Akri Igbos. They remain today, Igbo them. They remain today in Benin. The Oba, current Oba of Benin is trying to at least make a point, making points there that he is an educated man endowed with history. So the archaeologists can come and tell you the origin of the artifacts. The artifacts in Benin Kingdom. I don't know what to understand. The origin of those artifacts. They are from the Igbo line. So the Igbos dominate the whole southern Nigeria, from the Bight of Guinea to the Bight of Benin. And Badagry, this coastal line, belongs to us. The Yorubas that settled in Lagos State migrated from where? Brazil. Joined to forces with their Yoruba brothers from Oyo, Ilorin, you know, Ogun State. I don't understand. And which is, I'm giving you an example. If you look at the behaviors of the original Lagosians, they behave differently from Ogun or Osun people, because they migrated from Mexico, Cuba, and Brazil. When slavery was abolished in 1833 by Booker T. Washington, William Wilberforce, and so on and so forth. So Oni of Ife is actually a historian, a great historian, and we the Igbos, we are not doubting him. We are the old people. Ndi Igbo meaning Ndi Igbo. The meaning of Ndi Igbo, let me interpret it in English. The connotation is ancient people. So when you talk about old empires, you talk about Mali Empire, you talk about Ghana, you talk about Songhai. These are of the modern time. Igbos are the ancient people. Egyptians are ancient people. I don't understand. So it has gotten to that. And the Bini Oba is trying to tell Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, Yenagoa, name people that they are from Igbo ancestry. And it has extended to Equatorial Guinea, Paya, Cameroon, and Gabon. Igbos are there in Central Africa. Igbos are there in Ethiopia. From there, they migrated into this part of the world. And of course, you can see the Igbos were not West Africans. We are all from Eastern Africa. Igbos in West Africa migrated there to transact their business. Igbos in West Africa migrated there from Texas, from USA, as a result of freed slaves that settled in Freetown, Monrovia, Liberia. You have many of them there. Even it extended to Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and so on and so forth. The Anagos are the Yorubas. Anago, or you call them Nago. They are Anago people. They are the Yoruba. They have no tie with Benin. They invaded Benin as a sort of, when Oyo, you know, Oyo Empire, when Afonja and all those Yoruba warriors are making waves across West Africa. That was when they were extending their tentacles to occupy Benin and the neighboring town. That was how Yoruba Benin ties came to be. They have no ancestral background together. Benin ancestry has to do with Eri, the progenitor of Igbo race. It can never be my headache. No. I don't think about Kachima Chetima. No, am I thinking about Tinubu or anybody? I'm an Igbo man. I know my God.
I know a lot.
I know that there are many things very important bothering me now. Nigerians are dying of hunger.
Saying that Palestine deserve freedom, you know, as against the Gazas. Do you think, what's your team? Do you think the Igbos and the Biafrans will be happy with, you know, such a statement, you know, into the fact that, into the fact of what they've been doing to, you know, the Igbos, you know, just recently?
I don't see reason or reasons or what Kachima Chetima said. He's a religious bigot. He's a religion, you know, inclined man. A man that could, I think, lay down his life for Islam. That's why he has not known the velocity, the magnanimity, the volume of the magnanimity, the volume of the crime he has verbally committed. There are things you don't say, there are things you can say. If Israel, I think, is fighting Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, you know, with the modern technology, I don't see a Kanuri man. Kanama. Yes, he's a Kanama. A Kanuri man that is not modern technology compliant. A Kanuri man that is not from Jewish extraction to make such statements against the children of God, the people of Israel, whom of course you know can do anything in our modern world. The technological know-how God has given them, or endow them with. Nigeria has never been part of, let me say, nuclear world. This time is .com age. We are in a computer age. The nuclear era is facing up, and Nigeria has never been among the world, nuclear developed. And you are trying to attack Israel that can seize the oxygen we are breathing now. Yes, through the satellites, laser hits. If they unleash it in Nigeria, there will be no oxygen anymore. Chetima will run into Asurok. From Asurok, he will go to Borno State. He will run there. Everybody will be annihilated. So that will show you how far, how long Nigerian politicians have gone mad and insane. It's here in Nigeria. We could not afford a bag of rice. Chetima is talking to Israel. Madness of the highest order. Let me tell you, if he says it, I don't think it's gonna be on his Twitter handle, because if it is right now, Netanyahu will say it, and Israel will begin to consider what to do. Federal government of zoo, federal government of Nigeria is a government of zoo, and look at the statement that is coming from Chetima. That will say tell you how far, how long we've been getting it wrong. This is a very bad, contraption called Nigeria. Israel is there making wave, advancement in modern technology. Nigeria is here scratching the ground looking for beans and rice to eat. Oga, I don't want to stress myself much on what Kachima Chetima has said. It doesn't worth discussing. I'm telling you, I'm an Igbo man from Anambra State. I don't discuss worthless issues. This issue is very worthless. It doesn't have any meaning. I don't think even our viewers will value this kind of discussion, because Chetima has failed. Right from onset, he failed an election, he rigged an election. Chetima is running down someone's mandate, someone's administration. This administration is supposed to be obese, not Tinubu's or Chetima's. And you can see what this Kanuri man is saying. It's far from humanity. Hamas attacked Israel. Hamas did their exercise, military exercise in Gaza, in Palestinian land, for 24 months. Palestinians could not tell Israel their neighbor. Israel is their neighbor. They were doing well before. But when an enemy, jihadist, terrorist, invaded Israel on 7th October, how came about that these people came into Israel without the knowledge of the Palestinians? Okay, let me tell you. Israel has occupied Palestinian land. Palestinian land belongs to Israel. It was God that gave it to their father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That land you see belongs to Israel. The only thing Chetima is supposed to do now is to enter flight direct to Tel Aviv. Yes. Now wait, you can't meet the idea. I don't know what I mean.
They can't do many things.
Wait, listen now. Now he's right now. He's the vice president of Nigeria. Tell IDF, tell Benjamin Netanyahu, tell him that, gentleman, that land is Palestinians' land. It's not a matter of running his mouth here. You don't stay in Nigeria and roll your mouth talking to Israel in the Middle Eastern Nigeria, in the Middle Eastern Europe. You are not supposed to be doing that. What you could have done is take flight to Israel. I don't know what I understand. Yeah. Go there and discuss it out with them. It's a free world. You don't run mouth here. You are running mouth so that Igbo man will be unhappy. You are running mouth so that Christians in Nigeria will be unhappy with you. No, nobody is discriminating. The only thing I know is that Israel is a light illuminator. They are shining brighter and brighter than before ever. They are like candle on the pinnacle, mountain top.